Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, home of the world's largest tipper truck. Oh, well, it will be one day, I hope. Anyway, I'm trying to build the world's largest brick-built tipper truck based on set 435 or 612. 17 pieces. I'm building it 6 wide. We've got the headlight brick built, and the next piece that I think is going to be the hardest and the biggest roadblock to this is the actual tipper. And I'm kind of got started. This is just a rough draft to give me an idea of how it might look. It hasn't really turned out exactly the way I'm hoping. So I got a lot more roadblocks to figure out. Unfortunately, Lego doesn't make the pieces I need, and I got to do some research on snot techniques. That's not blowing boogers on your bricks. That's studs not on top, and I don't want a lot of studs showing. There's alternatives I could do, but there would be a lot of studs, or it would take a lot of tiles. And so, yeah, I'll show you this up a little, close in just a second of what I'm doing. It's going to be probably completely different to this if I get it to work right. But I also got this giant box. Oh, it's pretty heavy. This is a heavy box. It cost $60, 60 euros, I think, just to ship because it's so heavy. It's from Magic Magnus, a really big Bricklink store in Germany. So I'm going to be unboxing that. So I'm going to go around and get the camera. And I want to mention another thing is I got a package from a buyer I've bought from a few times that got here in the United States in June, made it to Atlanta on June 30th, and that's the last it was seen. I did open a case with the postal service to see if they can track it down because there's nothing showing after June 30th, and it had all important tipper truck parts. So yeah, that was there could be a tipper truck shortage if that package is lost forever. But yeah, let me go get the camera. We'll come over here and do this. All right, so the thing with doing this, you have to figure out the geometry. And so like the tipper is exactly 2 bricks high. The slope is 65 degrees. And that's what I used here, 65-degree bricks. But they only made 65-degree bricks in the standard. So these are actually upside down. You see, the bricks are upside down. So then, in order to get this build, you got to figure out how to turn it around. And see, this piece is not actually really connected very well. And plus, since this is centered, that causes another build problem there. So I'll show you what I've done. This part by itself wouldn't be that hard because it's the thickness of like a base plate, and that it's gotten a little warped. But I used some jumpers to get it kind of offset there. It's just experimenting. It's actually the knob there is too low. It needs to be up at least a plate for it to be like this knob. But other thing is trying to get that round look around the knob is going to be tricky. I might look at what round bricks there are. I don't think they make them in the direction I need. I'd have to do a sideways build with that as well. So just some things that problems I'm having. I mean, this was perfect as far as the geometry of it. 6 of these up, but then I would have this showing on the top. So what I did is I put cheated a little bit. I used a 45-degree slope, and then I was going to put some plates and tiles on that if I could return it around. And there's so many things, options that just don't work. Like I was going to use these Technic pieces, like turn one upside down, but they don't line up right. And it's just so many obstacles. And then I've seen where they've used the headlight bricks to do it. But it takes like 3 bricks to do it. So I may end up having to do the headlight brick trick. I think you put one. Well, there's a trick to it. I'll figure it out. But that's where I'm at. And then I need a lot of bricks. What I was going to do here to get the slope on the side is have it on a bunch of hinges, and then somehow connect it up here at the top. So these would be just a row of bricks. That way there's no studs on either side. I will have to put some jumpers, like, I'm going to have to, it won't be these because I can't put this exactly in the center, but you see there's a ridge here. And my idea for the ridge is just have some tiles on jumpers like that. But in order to get it in the center, I got to be off half a stud, which would mean I would have to use jumper plates. So I got to figure that one out too. Or maybe just say, hey, it's off a half a stud or a one stud, see if anybody cares. But yeah, that's another obstacle I got. All right, so before I open the box, you know, there's another thing I wanted to mention today. I learned a couple of things. One, somebody stole my content and used it in an ad. I was scrolling through Instagram and I got one of those ads, and it auto-played as I was scrolling through, and then very quickly I recognized one of my videos. So yeah, there was that, and I was a little disappointed. No, I was a lot disappointed. First, that they used my content without my permission, and it's not a fair use because it's in an ad, and it's a deceptive ad. So it's this ad for this chemical that you spray on your Lego, and it whitens it, and it basically... they took my video, and if you search Lego whitening, there's another video that pops up, and they used some of his video, and I forget who the username was, but anyway, all they did was edit the video. They didn't actually, I mean, I didn't use their product. I don't endorse their product. I don't know anything about their product, but they used my video as it whitened my bricks to using their chemical. I've never touched it. I don't want it. And it's the first time I've been researching how to do is it DCMA or DMCA? It's a takedown notice through their website. So if your copyrighted material is used without your permission in a way that doesn't fall under fair use, like for instance, if they were using my video to show why this product or this procedure is inferior to their product, they technically could have done that. I don't think they would have had time to do it in a brief ad, so that they wouldn't have done that. Or if they wanted to say why this is not a method that you would use, or why it is a method that you would use, and they would use my video and reference my video and say they're using my video, that could fall under fair use. But just to put my video in an ad in a misleading way, it really made me mad. So I've emailed them. There is the thing on a website that legally they have to have there where you can do the takedown notice, but you got to provide them all this information. I said, first I'm going to shoot them an email. And they did respond, and I requested that they remove my video from their ad. So we'll see if that happens. Other thing, BrickTsar, y'all may be familiar with BrickTsar. He has one of the largest documented Lego collections on YouTube. He's done a few videos going through his whole collection. And it kind of illustrates the difficulty of having a lot of Lego sets built. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, he had mentioned in a video that he has been inventorying on Brickset. And I said, hey, you got more sets than me. Well, I didn't say it that way, but I know he's got more sets than me. I was like, can you see who's number one? And so he did respond to me on his video, and he's like 13th on the list, I think. Duck Bricks, it's duck_bricks if you want to see that on Brickset. So he can see the number one spot, and it's actually somebody I'm familiar with on YouTube. It's Go for Bob. And Go for Bob apparently owns every item that Lego has ever made. I'm like, okay, and the number two place is just a few hundred behind. Is somebody who hasn't had time to go back and check that they own the set that just came out. 17,500 and something items. There's 17,500 and something items on Brickset. So the only way you can own 17,500 different items is you just checked every single box. So it's like you own every variation of a buildable pin, of every variation of a keychain, every variation of sets that were released in multiple set numbers, which happens a lot, more than you would think, like the clocks and the watches and pins, the coasters. It'll look like the same set, but for some reason Lego slaps a different number on that. They've done that with some of the gifts with purchases. There'll be like 3 different numbers, but it's the same gift with purchase. So yeah, you own every variation, every set. I don't believe it. Well, and this is why Hugh says on the Brickset website that you can't, I think everybody, intuitively you should understand that you can't trust people's Brickset lists. But I hope both my list and one like Duck Bricks, you can trust those because we do videos showing you what we got. And yes, we can make mistakes and there might be some inaccuracies, but I'm not checking every little checkbox just to say that I got the #1 spot on Brickset. So I think, based on what he sent me, I think the top 5 people on Brickset, as far as number of different sets, I think they're just people that checked every box. So, learned that today. Well, let's go see what's in this box. All right, Magic Magnus. I've ordered from a few times. It's one of those long time stores. He's been around for a while. I've ordered from him. Oh my goodness. I don't know how long he's had his store, but I'm sure I got orders going back from before when I even started selling on Bricklink. I just, when I was looking for vintage parts, he would always have them, and he clearly stayed as shipping. I need to do a video tutorial on how to buy on Bricklink because I get that question quite a bit. And one of the things for me that encourages me to buy from somebody is when you kind of know at checkout what the shipping is going to be. So even though the shipping was a lot on this, it's like, at least I knew what it was. But I knew this one was going to be heavy. So he had, with his shipping, there's the different weight ranges for the shipping amount, and this was at the top. Because it was like, oh, I could have added more pieces and the shipping would have been the same. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of parts for tipper trucks. And I think I bought way more than I needed, which is okay. So just give you a rough estimate. Oh, and I think I got some parts for either some Fabuland sets maybe, or regular tipper trucks. So there's clear pieces. I thought I might need the clear pieces for the headlight brick, not the headlight brick, why did I say headlight brick? The windshield for the tipper truck. So I got these, but I may not end up using those. I got these for the wheels. These are 4x12, I think. Yeah, 4x12 bricks. That's for the wheels. There's some more clear pieces. Yellow bricks. Those are for the knobs on the top of the bricks. These are for the blue for that guy. Oh, there's Fabuland parts. Got some Fabuland parts. This is for, I think, the breakdown set, which I still need. I think that's for the breakdown set. I still need to gather all the parts. 1x2 for the windshield. These are one. I used to have some of these in my store, and then I sold them all, and I was like, oops, I should have kept them. These are the tiles. The tiles are for the bricks for that. There's some macaronis for the knobs for all the red bricks. So the red, I needed a lot of red. I don't know how much red I needed, but I got to make the all the plates in that set. And these are for the wheel holders. And then more tiles for the yellow bricks, the blue for that, just in case. That's for the yellow, the 1x2 bricks I got to make. I got a whole bunch of these. I don't know really what I need. I haven't like planned this out it's all in my head. And I said, well, I'll just buy a whole bunch of those bricks and see if I can use them. And then what else we got? Oh yeah, these are more of the parts I would like to use for the windshield panels. So you got these panels and the 5 wide panels. Oh, there's some more Fabuland parts. That's for vintage sets I'm piecing together. That's for the tipper. All right, we got more. Let's go to this other big bag here. Lots of plates. These are 4x12 plates, which I think will be perfect for the one. I got to make the 1x4 bricks. So, oh, wait a minute. Well, I don't know if they'll be perfect, but I actually needed 6x plates. Probably what I should have got. Ah, this is, I think that this might be some of the elements I started with. So you might be wondering, what are you going to do for wheels? So I think the dimensions of the width of the wheel, like how wide the diameter is right for the scale that I'm doing, 6x scale. So I got some of these. These are 81x34. So the only thing is I kind of think I wanted them thinner. And I got some other wheels in here too. I think these are a little bit thicker. Yeah, these are thicker. So, yeah, these are thicker. So I don't know for sure if it's going to work. I think this, let me get one of these plates out. They really can only take up the amount of 6 studs. So I think I can only use, yeah, I can only use one. Like if I wanted to do the dualies, but if I do these for the dualies, well, you know, I could do it and it could just overhang a little bit. It'd be like that. Would that look bad? But if I use these aren't, see, these are just a little bit thinner. So if I use 2 of these, get the other one out. Again, I'm just buying stuff and I don't even know if I'm going to use it. So I put 2 of these and make the dually. See, that is like 8 studs. So I'd have to go like that and it'll overhang a little bit. So that might work using these. And I could use the wider ones in the front. That's what I would do. All right, so that's the wheels. And then that's for the yellow bricks. That's for the wheel holders. Oh yeah, there's the big panels for the windshield. That's for the red bricks. More red bricks. There's more red than anything. So I got a lot of, and you also need a lot of plates when you're building. Oh, you know what? These are for the 4x10 that I'm going to be building. That's what those are for. All right, and then we got some more blue for that. And, oh, there's some more vintage stuff. That's for the caravan set, the Fabuland caravan. That's for the breakdown set again. And then I got a bunch of these. These may be too big. Oh, you know what? It's just going to have to work. So I got red. I decided to get red wheels. And what you need, I'll take this piece off of here, is a stud. You know what? It might be close enough. So I got to figure out how to connect a stud in there. It really, they didn't really make one that I know of. Let me know if you know one, but where this would fit in there, and then you can have the stud. So I need to have something connected, and then, yeah, just have a stud here. So that scale's not going to be perfect. But yeah, you see what tools I have to work with. Yeah, so that was one big order. A lot of overkill on stuff that I may not end up actually using with the build, but I can definitely start working on the 1x4 brick. So this is a 1x4, that's the headlight brick. So I got to make 2 more of these that are just plain red. I got to make the plates, which will actually, the plates use a row of regular bricks, and then you put plates on top of that. And so I got to do the 4x10 plate, which will be 24x60. The 2x4 plates will be 12, wait a minute, 12x24. And the 2x2 is 12x12. So yeah, that's why I got the 12s. The 12s will work for some of the builds that I'll be doing. So that's the haul. Thank you, Magic Magnus, for having a great Bricklink store. I got a lot of other things I could be doing. I got the turbo car built. I was going to do a video on it. So that was where we got the metallic silver parts. I got the minifigures for the Marvel series, but I'll get to those eventually. I'm wearing a tipper truck shirt. I'm running out of tipper truck shirts. I think I've bought every different color that I have. This one actually broke. I'm a little bit too fat, but anyway, I'm gonna go going to start working on this thing here, and I'll see you in the next video.